And now, broadcasting from the Ginger and Baker studio in the heart of the Music District in beautiful Old Town Fort Collins, Colorado. It's Live at Lunch here on KRFC 88.9 FM, streaming worldwide at krfcfm.org. Today's guest has a brand new album out, Get After Life, and will be appearing on October 5th at the Walk to End Alzheimer's at Folsom Field in Boulder, Colorado. I'm your host today, David V., and today's special musical guest is Graham Good and the Painters.
Well, the rain is falling, but the sun's still shining. I say you're the one I got on my mind. Then it's been a long time since I held your hand. Oh, and it's been a long time since I've been your man. All right. Well, the rain is falling, the sun's still shining. I say you're the one I got on my mind. And it's been a long time since I held your hand. Oh, and it's been a long time since I've been your man. Oh, so if you just gave me one more chance, then I would say we should dance.
next song is called Break Free. Great job, everybody. This is fun.
System made the system work for me. I chose to follow my dreams. Now my dreams, they follow me. And you can't hold me down against my stand still. Oh, I'm gonna break free, break free. Hey. Oh, I'm gonna break free, break free. Trade my time, used to trade my time to the man, but now I spend my days executing the plan. You can't hold me down against my
Graham Good and the Painters here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. Let's introduce the band today. course, Graham Good on guitar and lead vocals from Loveland, Colorado. Graham, are you originally from Loveland?
No.
Where'd you come from?
I was born in Houston and then grew up in Orange County, California. Moved
so
here.
did I, Orange County.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Right on.
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana's right in the Lake Forest area.
And then Lance Ruby, our frequent flyer on guitar, lead guitar, out of Utah, living here in Fort Collins. I say frequent flyer because he plays guitar with Sugar Britches, Bevan Luna, Musketeer Gripweed, and I'm sure I'm only hitting maybe a third of the people that you play with. Yeah. And Cameron Collins on bass from Anchorage, Alaska originally. And Eric Luba on keyboards back there, Red Bank, New Jersey. And Zach Rich on trombone and trumpet from Wichita, Kansas. And Adam Bell on saxophone from Denver, Colorado. I'm familiar with that town. All right, guys. Well, we got all 7 of you. Oh, I'm sorry. I did miss the drummer. And AJ Knight there on drums from Milwaukee.
That's right.
And Fort Collins. Sorry about that. You're standing behind the bass player. I couldn't see you there for a second. Okay, guys. Well, we got all 7 of you in there, and obviously it's a tight fit today, but we appreciate you coming in and helping us out. Graham, why don't you tell us how you guys got together?
Well, I started the band in college here at CSU, and it was a completely different lineup of people. I started out as a biology major and couldn't get through chemistry, so I switched to the business school, started to do accounting, and I was like, this is kind of too easy, and then went to marketing and met a couple of friends, started doing some open night jams. I think the funk night, Monday night funk jam at Hodie's was something that really kind of pushed me into the scene, and started the band and started using my marketing degree and all of my class time thinking about how to sell tickets and write songs and the next band practice. And so we made that record, and then after college, everybody kind of dispersed, and I just kind of picked up some kids from UNC, the Jazz Cats, which is most of these guys here, except for AJ and Eric Luba. And I just never looked back. Once I got on stage the first time, I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do.
All right. And you do have a pretty interesting mix of influences. I'm getting the jazz and the folk and rock, and is that what you listened to growing up? All those different influences?
Yeah, I don't listen to any jazz. I think the jazz influences all of these incredible musicians I get to play with. Growing up, the CDs I remember listening to in my mom's car were the Doobie Brothers and the Dixie Chicks. So those definitely played a huge impact on the music I like to make. But I really, really gravitate towards Tom Petty's writing, and I love Stevie Wonder's stuff. And I would say to a new person, like, yeah, we're kind of like if Tom Petty and Stevie Wonder had a love child and kept making music.
Can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you actually had a chance to play some pretty cool venues here in Colorado over the years. Red Rocks and the Bluebird and the Gothic and, let's see, the Ogden, too. So pretty much, the big venues.
Yeah.
Have you been headlining too there? Or are you doing a lot of opening? Or
A lot of opening stuff. We've been doing this for 10 years, completely independent, and everything we've gotten has kind of been by pulling ourselves up from our bootstraps and making relationships, going out, shaking hands, putting your face in the right place, and we're lucky to have played those venues, and we do hope to headline someday.
using that marketing degree.
Yep.
Yeah, and speaking of that, advice to up-and-coming musicians in the area. You mentioned, you met these guys doing like an open mic and, shaking hands and meeting people and connections. And is that what you would recommend to artists coming up in this vicinity?
I think one of the most solid piece of advice is it came from Eric Luba is just show up with your face. Be there, be a good hang, be present, and things will happen. Put yourself out there, leave your house.
All right.
And even if you're, rolling solo, like go see who you're supposed to meet and get yourself plugged in.
Are you pretty much writing the majority of the lyrics and the songs and everybody else is coming in and finishing it off with you, or you collaborating much at all? How's it working out?
Yeah, we're leaning towards collaborating more these days. On our newest record, Get After Life, there's a song entitled Sweet Sounds, which was composed by Daniel Thompson, our keyboard player who's now in Pennsylvania. But I wrote the lyrics, and I typically write all of the lyrics for everybody, but I'll come to the table with a chords progression and kind of like, hey, how do we workshop this? How do we make this a really good song? And Lance has been really strong in being a composer and being like, how do we make this ready for the radio and hit and no fluff? And so I'm really grateful to have all of these guys and their minds come together on these songs. They wouldn't be as good as they are without them.
I like that line, hit and no fluff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Lance, how you doing, Lance? Got to get you a mic there.
Hello, I'm good.
You're all right.
Is this
There you
good?
go. Yeah, you're in.
Okay. Oh, hello.
You can pull it out if you'd like.
There we
you go. Obviously, you're busy, full-time musician here, and you worked your way out from Utah. And we've had you obviously live at lunch with a lot of different artists, and your influences have got to be pretty varied too because of the styles of music that you're playing. Growing up in Utah, what were you listening to?
Oh man. Well, I mean, my the first things that I was like exposed to was definitely like country music.
Is that what's prominent on the radio out there? I mean, for the majority of the radio stations?
Yeah, country music is huge in Utah. And I never really man, it's funny, I never really got super into country music. My first CD I ever bought was AC/DC's Back in Black. And I had a Walkman, and I would mow my lawn listening to AC/DC for a year.
Because it wasn't on the radio there.
Yeah. Huh? And so I got super into rock and blues music. Blues music, that's probably my biggest influence.
Any particular artists that really hit you?
Yeah, at first it was Stevie Ray Vaughan. Mm-hmm. I think any guitar player with the internet connection will find Stevie Ray Vaughan. But I really got into, in high school, I found B.B. King Live at the Regal, which is what
a classic that is, yeah.
Favorite piece of recorded guitar. Yeah. It's
just so clean, so smooth.
Oh yeah, B.B. King Live at the Regal, and then Jimi Hendrix Band of Gypsies are my two favorite recorded guitar ever. But it's funny, the country music thing, because I went to school for jazz music, got super into jazz music.
Because most music programs, you have to get a jazz degree. Yeah. It's not like, I'm going to get a rock degree here.
Yeah.
I wish it was that.
And there was when I was a freshman at high school, there was a senior who was way better at guitar than I was. And I asked him what his plans after high school were. He's like, I'm going to go study guitar. And I was like, how do you do that? I would like to do that. And so I started getting super into jazz music. And then as soon as I got my master's degree, the best work I could find was all with country bands. So it was this.
So you're playing some jazzy country?
No, no, but it was kind of this interesting full circle of relearning all these songs, or learning for the first time all these songs from my childhood that I never learned.
So did you come out to Fort Collins for school?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got my master's degree at University of Northern Colorado.
UNC.
That's where I met all my best friends in this band.
Cool.
And so me and my wife lived in Greeley for 2 years, and I just found myself driving to Fort Collins every day. So after I got done with that degree, we moved here to Fort Collins.
Good move.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One more quick question. I've been talking about your guitar, and you've got a custom guitar, obviously, and this person has made other custom guitars for you too, which I never see you play.
Yeah, we were joking about this. You've seen me play this guitar countless times
probably
now.
20 or 30 times at least.
And when I walked in the building, you're like,
is that
what is this guitar?
I don't know, is the light today or what? But I did notice you told me that your father's ranch, is it his ranch brand?
Yeah. So this guitar was built for me by a good friend of mine, Ryan Thorell, who lives in Logan, Utah. He's a really good friend. He's built me 3 different guitars, and this is kind of my main guitar. He even has a guitar that has my name on it. It's called the Ruby. Yeah, the Ruby Junior.
How sweet is that?
It's awesome.
Did you get the first
I got the first one.
Model?
And arguably the coolest one. But no, he makes amazing stuff. His biggest artist that he builds guitars for is a jazz guitar player named Frank Vignola. And so he's normally making arch top jazz guitars.
Oh, okay.
And he's made me a couple
hollow body or
yeah. And so he's made me a couple solid body guitars, and this one is kind of my favorite. Oh yeah, and then the brand. So my father is a big horseman. He trains horses for like the rein cow horse events. If anybody knows what that is, like
We'll have to Google it.
reining and cutting. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But we've had this same.
Brand?
It's a cattle and horse brand. It's the longest registered brand in the state of Idaho. And it was my, I think, 5 great grandfather's brand. His name was Frank Ruby. And you can see that it's a reverse F and an R. And Ryan has been kind enough to inlay this brand in all my guitars that he's built for me.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And unique.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
Can't ever worry about that one getting stolen because as soon as they
man.
start playing it, you'll see that, right?
I'd pick this out of the lineup in any pawn shop for sure.
Well, I'm going to get to everybody else here in the next couple breaks, but what are you guys going to play for us next?
We are going to play the title track from our new EP, Get After Life.
And then?
And then the 4th song on the record when I get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Graham Good and the Painters on Live at Lunch.
Well, I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I guess I could stick around for one more beer. And I left my house, you know, just on a whim. I was tired of sinking, so I'm trying to swim. I was tired of sinking, so I'm trying to swim. I've got to get after life, oh, right now. Before the afterlife. Zone is where it gets wonderful. You know, I don't want to live no life that just gets dull. So I'll step outside my box and watch the world get more colorful. So I'll step outside my box and watch the world get more colorful. Well, I know if we do this, it'll all be worth it. Let's step out of the pattern and into a purpose. Well, I know if we do this, it'll all be worth it. Well, I've got to get after life, oh, right now. afterlife. All right, great job, guys. Am I supposed to say anything in the middle, in between songs? No? Okay, well, I'm doing it anyway. We got When I Get There. Just where I'm going, but I'll see you when I get there. Hey! Getting lost in all the ways that I can feel. Getting lost in all the ways that I can heal. Hey! Where am I going? I'm on my way. Where am I going? Oh yeah. Did you ever feel just like that? Getting lost and you know there is no map. It's just the way it goes. Takes a little bit of faith and a little bit of choice, I suppose. Whoa. I'm on my way. Where am I going? I'm on my way. Where am I going? Oh yeah. Will I see you there? Said hey, 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 hey. I'm on my way. Where am I going? Oh yeah. What we do have is good to me. Yeah. What we could have is a mystery. Where am I going? I'm on my way. Where am I going? No, yeah. Will I see you there? I said, hey, 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 hey. I'm on my way. Where am I going? Oh, yeah. I don't know just where I'm going, but I'll see you when I get there.
Graham Good and the Painters on KRFC's Live at Lunch. All right, I'm going to speak with a couple other members of the band, and I think we're going to start out with Cameron Collins there on bass. How are you?
Good, how are you?
With a perfectly coiffed handlebar mustache there. So originally from Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah.
And what brought you out to Colorado?
For school. There's not really a big music scene in Alaska unless you're playing either hardcore or punk music or any type
really?
of
That's the scene up there,
subgenres.
huh?
Yeah, subgenres of metal. Yeah, and unless you're a mechanic or studying marine biology or working on the
fisherman.
pipeline,
Yeah.
or being a fisherman, or working in the mines, there's
a
really
bear.
nothing
That
really
interested
nothing
you
there.
much, huh?
No, not really. Even though I do go back and hunt every year, but yeah, brought to Colorado.
So UNC?
Yeah, UNC as well. I graduated. I graduated with a bachelor's degree. Yeah,
Jazz.
jazz. Yeah, jazz and music business actually.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
Mhm.
Excellent job there, huh?
Did a double major. That was
You have
a
a
lot.
music business degree?
I do. Yes.
Dude, what?
Yeah,
All right.
I've told you this before.
Now you're roped in. Work with the marketing person there.
Yeah.
and-
Need some business. brother.
Gotta start paying attention.
Well, so you mentioned the music scene up there. Is that what you listened to growing up?
Actually, yeah, I did listen to a lot of metal up there, but I don't know. My parents were they listened to a lot of music, a lot of southern rock, a lot of country, a lot of classics like Queen, AC/DC.
Classic rock, yeah.
Yeah, classic rock, a lot
Was
of
that
that stuff.
what was on the radio as well?
Mostly country. A lot of country.
Interesting.
A lot of like that 90s, 2000s country. Yeah.
When did you pick up the bass?
Man, I picked it up. Honestly, I picked it up because it looked cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, I played guitar. I played guitar as well, but I mainly just play bass. I think my love for the bass came for when I saw Victor Wooten play. There's some old YouTube video when YouTube was in its infancy, and I was like, "Whoa, that's really cool! I've never heard that played, or I never heard a bass played like that before." So I was like, kind of want to do that. So
Do you use your thumbs a lot?
yeah, I do. I do love me some
Slapping.
thumping and some plucking. Yeah,
And it's a 5-string,
sure is.
thumping and plunking.
Thumping and plunking. As
Huh?
they
You need
say.
a new shirt that says that.
Yeah.
All right. What do you listen to now?
Oh man, right now I'm mainly listening to some like Miss Lauryn Hill, some Erykah Badu. Been trying to get into a lot of that.
Female soul.
Yeah, female soul stuff from like the 2000s and 90s.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all.
that. Great. Well, and AJ, do you have access to a mic there? There you go. AJ Knight on the drums. And the gold
Keep
lame
looking,
jacket,
Lance.
looking stylish.
I know the assignment when Graham says,
Dress up.
this is what we're going to be looking like for the gig. I know what the assignment is. There's cameras here, Lance. You should look around.
Oh, hey, from Milwaukee originally.
That's
Is music what brought you here to Colorado too?
Just polka music, almost exclusively. Yeah,
Milwaukee,
just church
Wisconsin.
festival polkas.
Hey, I grew up South Central Nebraska. I know what polka is too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But,
I
yeah.
couldn't even tell you really what the scene is, but there's a whole lot of them, whole lot of different genres and all that stuff out there.
Yeah. And is that what you listened to growing up? Is your family seriously into polka? Listening?
No, but I played enough festivals where like I was on the Friday and Saturday night, at the church festivals, like Catholic church festivals, and then Sunday was always like polka mass the next day, and I'd be like, oh, these guys. It's interesting. I bet I could make an entire living just doing polka masses if I wanted to play Sunday mornings instead of Friday or Saturday night, and all I'd have to play is like 2 drums the whole time. I don't have to
A
set
snare
up.
and a bass?
Yeah, I don't need lighting and fog machines. This could be a lot easier, but I made it harder on myself.
So that obviously wasn't necessarily your influences growing up, was it?
No, I was a jazz guy. Like a lot of these guys, I was a jazz undergraduate at University of Wisconsin La Crosse. So I started in jazz performance on percussion. Yeah.
And always percussion?
Yes.
Early age?
Yeah, exactly. Percussion.
Parents
Yep.
supported that?
Yeah, as long as I
We're in the garage or something?
as long as I had towels on the drums.
Yeah.
Like when I see the Beatles, like that documentary that was on Apple where Ringo's got the towels all over the drums, I was like, well, I guess I was doing that, but I didn't
muffle it a
realize.
little bit, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't doing it for recording technique. I was just doing it so that I could still practice.
So you were actually listening to jazz artists as a kid?
Yeah. We
Buddy Rich, early drummers?
Yeah. You have to listen to Buddy Rich, and then when you get old enough, you get to hear all the Buddy Rich stories that you can't repeat on radio. Obviously, but yeah. You get to learn a lot about all the different band leaders, especially the drum battlers like Gene Krupa and all that in the 40s and 50s. So yeah, you have to, and then you start figuring out like how they tune their drums and why they sound different and the evolution of of this whole instrument. So yeah, it's a whole thing that you got to go through, I think, as a jazz drummer.
Are you playing in other bands in addition to Graham Good?
Yeah, pretty much wherever Lance lets me play along with them, because I play in Bevan Luna, Sugar Britches, and also play with Max Mackey Band around town.
Oh yeah,
a couple other
great
groups.
guitarist, great guy. Yeah.
Yep.
Wonderful. Okay, well let's hand it on over back there behind you here, and we'll hit Eric Luba on the keyboards.
Oh, okay.
Red Bank, New Jersey.
Yeah.
So again, music brought you to Greeley, Colorado for the music program?
Yeah, I went to school in upstate New York at a state university up there.
Uh-huh.
And I got lessons from some really great pianists, including Jeremy Wall, who was the original keyboard player from Spyro Gyra.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
You have a Colorado connection too.
Yeah, but I moved out here. I was playing a little bit in New York City, and I was like, I don't know if this is for me. It's
You didn't like
it was just
city?
very competitive, and I took the train a few times, and I was like, wow, this is a lot. So
well, it
just-
is.
it's a lot. It's a lot of work,
commute
So
time and a lot of costs and
yeah, I found it. A friend of mine and I found an internship at the Fox Theater and the Boulder Theater. And I needed an internship to finish my degree, so I just told my parents, "Hey, I'm going to move to Colorado," and they were like, "Why?" And I was like, "I don't know. I think I should." So I did. Yeah.
They're still there in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like in the Asbury Park area now.
Nice. Did you listen to jazz growing up, or were you listening to things like Springsteen growing up?
Mostly Springsteen. Like at any barbecue, if Springsteen comes on, everyone's like, "Yeah, that's awesome." So you grow up with that. I didn't listen to jazz growing up at all, really. My mom listened to like a lot of like Earth, Wind and Fire and Stevie Wonder.
Soul and funk?
Yeah, absolutely. And then
Is that what influenced you on to play keyboards?
I think a lot. I took lessons from when I was young. Just like I just never stopped. I don't know. I think when you're taking lessons and someone doesn't make you practice, like you don't have to that feeling of rebelling against what your parents tell you. My parents never were like, practice. They were always just like, wow, he practices a lot. So,
And that lets you play whatever you wanted to play rather than
for
a
the most
teacher
part.
saying you need to play this artist or whatever.
Yeah, and then, there's, when I was growing up, piano was not very cool. It was like always guitar, so.
You don't get the chicks playing keyboards, right?
Yeah, exactly, but there was older kids who were like, hey, you played piano, you should come play in a band. And I was like, okay, I don't know anything about this. And after the gig, they handed me $100. I was like, you can get paid to do this? Oh my God. And then it just kind of derailed my whole life.
Took off from there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and you also play in additional bands?
Yeah, so I'm Denver based. I play in a band out there called Many Colors, which is like kind of like lo-fi hip hop beats.
Okay.
We do like a tribute to a very famous jazz producer every year called his name's Jay Dilla, and we do that at Dazzle every year. And this last year was our 5th year doing it, I think. And his mom came last year, which was pretty wild. Yeah, Ma Dukes came through, and yeah, it was wild. And we work with her foundation now and donate money to it to the James Yancey Foundation, which puts money into communities with kids who can't afford instruments and PCs and stuff like that to make beats.
And do you have any upcoming shows or gigs that you want to shout out about them?
We have like a big run happening, but this is going to air on the 20th, so probably not in the time frame. But
okay, cool.
Yeah, we're working on new music.
If people are interested in the band, they can go to.
Oh yeah, we're on manycolorsmusic.com. You can find us on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram too, and yeah, we're just making music.
All right. Speaking of that, Graham, I was going to ask you real quick, what's the best place for people to get information on Graham Good and the Painters?
A lot of our information is on grahamgoodmusic.com, but following us on Instagram, we post most often to that platform. It's just G Good and the Painters.
Right. Yeah. Excellent. And if people want to obtain your music, they're interested in your music, what would you say is the best site for people to go and obtain that at?
I think Bandcamp is a spot that gives the artists a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then also gives you the option to pay what you want, so you can do a donation if that's what you're into.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get into a couple more songs.
Yeah.
What are you going to play for us next?
We're going to play 2 new songs that are unreleased, so it's cool that we get a chance to record them with you. This first one's called Stitch Me Back Together.
Excellent.
Hold up, Lance needs a second.
Get that in here.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the flares, they will flicker, but her love, it just gets thicker. And a blaze may get dimmer, but my heart won't ever, ever simmer. When I started this life on the day I was born, well, a blade of love always been keeping me warm. Yes, but lately I'm cold and my quilt is torn. Every time I look up, well, the rain starts pouring. And if you stitch me back together, I'll go warm in the coldest weather. I can melt this chip from my shoulder with the heat wave left from the smolder. I ain't got no smoke or flame that holds a spark to your name, but a hardwood shirt do me good right now. Baby, please don't let our fire run out. Oh, please don't give up. I know that you are enough. Well, it takes just a little love to watch those flames burn up. And if you stitch me back together, I'll go warm in the coldest weather. I can melt this chip from my shoulder with the heat wave left from the smolder. I ain't got no smoke or flame that holds a spark to your name, but a hardwood shirt do me good right now. Baby, please don't let our fire run out. I'm coming apart at the seams. I still don't know what it all means. And if you stitch me back together, I'll go warm in the coldest weather. I can melt this chip from my shoulder with the heat wave left from the smolder. I ain't got no smoke or flame that holds a spark to your name, but a hardwood shirt do me good right now. Baby, please don't let our fire run out. Don't let our fire run out. Nice. Good job. I'm having fun. I'm hot and sweaty, but this is a good time. It's good to be here at KRFC. Thanks for having us, Dave. This is another brand new song. Can't find it anywhere except for here. You'll be able to find it here now. It's called Somebody Get Me High and Take Me Dancing. Let's do That's why I hang out with the jazz kids. Let's go Zach up front. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody get me high and take me dancing. I wanna lose my mind and twirl the night away. And if you're looking for some sweet romance,
dancing. I don't wanna spend another night alone. I need a friend tonight for some life enhancing. Give me the music and our hearts out on the floor. Somebody get me high and take me dancing. I wanna lose my mind and twirl the night away. And if you're looking for some sweet romancing, I tell where to find it, won't you come my way? So now we're looking at each other asking, could this be really everything we need right now? You look invincible just when you're laughing. We keep on howling, yes, we're ready for the moon. Somebody get me high and take me dancing. I wanna lose my mind and twirl the night away. And if you're looking for some sweet romancing, I tell where to find it, won't you come my way? Oh, oh, oh. Somebody get me high and take me dancing at the end, at the end, at the end of your chapter. Did you find what you were after? 'Cause at the end of the day, I just want music to play. And I let go of my lows when I start to tap my toes. And I'm feeling pretty clear when I dance with you, my dear. All these blues I'm letting go, I step outside to take a toll. Somebody get me high and take me dancing. I'm gonna lose my mind and twirl the night away. And if you're looking for some sweet romancing, I tell you where to find it, won't you come my way? Oh, somebody get me high and take me dancing. I wanna lose my mind and twirl the night away. And if you're looking for some sweet romancing, I'll tell where to find it, won't you come my way? Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Somebody get me high and take me dancing.
All right, Graham Good and the Painters here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. Threw a little bit of everything into that last one. Yeah, a little reggae, a little ska and jazz, and just fun rock.
Thank you. Fun rock.
That's
That
right.
could, that could be a T-shirt for the band. Fun rock.
Let's speak to little Zach. Do you have you want to get a microphone there? Excellent. I do. Zach Rich. He's saving the mic.
Ooh, I'm feeling looser now.
On trombone and trumpet from Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah, this is great because they don't let me have a mic that often. So really got to take advantage of this.
All right.
No, thanks so much for having us. Yeah, from Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah, excellent. And how did you work? You came out to UNC also for music? Is that what brought you to Colorado?
Yeah, went out here to UNC. Actually, it's funny. I was going to take an adjunct professorship in Oklahoma, and then my ex-wife was like, I don't want to live in Oklahoma, which is totally fair. I mean, so I'm really
Stay away from the tornadoes.
No, there's some cool stuff in Oklahoma. We're from Kansas, though. You know, it's
so you used
it's
to
a lot
that
of the same stuff.
climate, yeah.
But no, so went out to Colorado to go to school in Greeley, and had a great time. Met a lot of these wonderful folks. Met Graham, and then I live in Denver now, so I had a couple chances to play with Eric Luba, and it's a great community we got here. So really happy to be out here.
So you playing in the band that you had mentioned too? Then?
Oh no, I'm not playing with them. We've done I think a couple other little things. They'd be here now. Yeah.
What's
off the
that?
cuff at the Meadow
Like
Lark.
a jam night or?
Yeah, kind of a
open mic?
jam night. It's really focusing on like Black American music, everything from the trunk of that tree, be it neo soul, R&B, hip hop. So yeah.
Is that what you grew up listening to?
I did grow up listening to a lot of that. Yeah,
Is that your
and
parents'
punk rock.
fault or just what you gravitated towards?
It's what I gravitated to. I mean, that really a lot of punk rock too, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of metal, kind of a good mix. Got into jazz kind of later in life, and that's the main bit of what I do nowadays. Is a lot of stuff in the jazz world. If I'm not playing with Graham.
What are you listening to now, jazz-wise?
Oh yeah, so now Man, I'm listening to honestly some oldies. So some Bud Powell. He's a great piano player from the bebop era. Listening to some Emmanuel Wilkins as like a newer up and coming artist. I should say up and coming. He's on the Blue Note All Stars, so he's pretty well known. But yeah, and just really a lot of stuff between modern jazz and other adjacent genres. And I do a lot of writing too. I've done stuff written for the Count Basie Jazz Orchestra, for the New York Youth Symphony, also for like different pop stuff like the Dallas String Quartet and like Larry Braggs from Tower of Power. So kind of definitely make my way around the different genres.
Excellent. So you're a full-time musician then, it sounds like.
Yeah. I teach a couple days a week at University of Denver, and then otherwise mostly writing and playing. So always blessed to get to do what I love. Yeah. And so stoked to get to do it with these wonderful people.
Excellent. And if you could hand that to Adam, I'd appreciate. Thank you.
Thanks.
Adam Bell. We don't want to forget Adam Bell on saxophone. Out of Denver. And there we get that mic cord. That's what happens when you put 7 people in a room.
Yeah.
All right. So are you originally from Denver?
Yeah, I'm originally from South Denver. Yeah. Cool. I met most of these guys at UNC, but I met Graham when I was still at CSU, because I came to CSU first for my undergrad and then transferred to UNC. I played in a few bands in both places, but it's cool. I've been friends with all of these people from, different areas, different times, and now I get to play with everybody at the same time, which is super fun.
Always a sax player?
Yeah.
Yeah? Started at a young age?
Yeah, I started on piano. My mom's a piano teacher, and I started with that. And my brother actually started playing trumpet. He's the trumpet player for the Burroughs, which is Fort Collins.
That's why you look familiar. You guys have a very similar face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we get mistaken for each other almost constantly.
You could be twins. Okay, it wasn't just me.
Yeah, but he started playing trumpet, and I was like, I want to do that, but he already plays trumpet, so we'll do the one with more buttons. That's
All right. Yeah. Excellent. And you were always into jazz, or?
I kind of made my way to jazz begrudgingly. I pretty much listened to everything else first. I went through a bunch of different phases. I've liked soul and funk music. I've been really into like house music and electronic music. Like Big Gigantic was a reason that I really kept playing the saxophone in high school, because everything else was unappealing. I was like, well, if I could just figure out how to get to do something like that, sure. And then I went to school and really expanded my horizons a little bit, and have started listening to a lot of different stuff since then. So, but a lot of modern jazz, a lot of funk fusion stuff, Weather Report.
Well, I'm gonna thank you. I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag a little bit. And December 10th at the KRC Elizabeth Hotel Music Experience, we're going to be lucky enough to have Graham Good and the Painters. And by the way, the Burroughs will be there too, so you get to see your brother. All right. So I do want to thank, before I forget, our video and audio crew. Video, Eric Delano, Dan Perez, and Jamie Pimsler. And on audio, Colton Boening, Greg Douras, Reed Goodwin, and assisted today by Brendan O'Hara. Thank you. Couldn't do it without you guys. You always do a fantastic job. And I also like to remind our listeners that you can always go to our KRFC RadioVision YouTube channel and hit the old subscribe channel. And each week you'll get a notice and who the artist will be playing that week is. You can also check out all the older, former, current, and future videos that we'll be posting on YouTube for Live at Lunch. Thank you for doing that. It helps support the artist and KRFC. Well, guys, going to lead us out with a couple of tunes. What were you thinking that you'd like to play for us?
We're going to do 2 more tunes off of the new record. Pleasant Nonsense first, and then Looking Forward after that.
Okay, well, thanks for showing up today, Graham Good and the Painters. We appreciate it. And you guys sound great today. We're really looking forward to having you back December 10th at the Elizabeth Hotel.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. We've been having fun being in this room and sweating with you guys.
Dance, dance. Dance, dance. Dance, dance. Dance, dance. Imagine clouds of nonsense. 'Cause it's all that we have. It's all that we share. Into the
Thank you for listening to Live at Lunch, and thank you to the Music District here in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado. Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker studio. If you'd like to appear on Live at Lunch, email our music director, David Vacek, at david@krfcfm.org.